Yes, stunning second half performance from Cork, and that has seen them win the Munster Championship for the 53rd time. And unfortunately for this man to my right, he was with us all afternoon, Jamesie O'Connor. It means Clare have lost 2 finals in a row. Jamesie, what were your major takeaways, your 2 or 3 major takeaways from that game today?
I think it's really the leadership shown by the Cork's key marquee forwards, Seamus Hanratty and Pat Horgan, that when the need was greatest, when they were under the cosh, they made good decisions on the ball, kept showing for it. And Hanratty in particular, man of the match performance, and that goal he set up before half time I think was instrumental in getting Cork back into the match, giving them that shot of adrenaline just before half time. And Clare was allowed Cork to wrestle back the momentum. Cork outscored them I think 1-9 to 2 points from that period just before half time, Dave, to whatever it was, the 52nd minute. And even when Clare drew level and thought that, okay, this is a crucial stage in the match, I think by the 59th minute, Hanratty again stepped up and got the goal that really broke, I think, their resistance. And Clare can't have any complaints. Cork were the better team in the second half, and I think it really augurs well for them going forward. As I said, the clinicalness, the efficiency, the cool heads under pressure that they displayed, and they've displayed right throughout this championship. And they're going to have a major say in the destination of this year's Ireland. We knew that coming into today, but they certainly franked that this afternoon.
Is it a worry or a positive for Cork that they have been able to dig out these results and go on this unbeaten run when there have been periods in games where they're being dominated by the opposition? So is that something the Galways and Kilkennys and Wexfords of this world will be looking at, thinking, well, there's major chinks in the Cork armour, or can you make the opposite case? No matter how hard you've got your foot down in their throat, there's just so much quality, you can't keep them down.
Yeah, well, I think it's the nature of these matches, Dave, that there are going to be ebbs and flows, and teams are going to have periods of dominance and periods where they're maybe under the caution. It's how you deal with those, and sometimes limit the damage when you're not going well and capitalise on it when you're on top. And that's something the Cork are very, very, very good at. And they have been under the cosh at times, Dave, but they've been under the cosh against serious teams. Waterford in the All-Ireland final last year, Limerick, we all know, were a coming force. Tip, are gone, but have been as good as Galway, and they're thereabouts them over the last 3 or 4 years. So it's not as if Cork have been under the pressure against teams that don't have quality players. They have, but they have been really impressive, in particularly in the closing stages of matches when the questions have really been asked. They've been able to make the right decisions, take the right options, and that was certainly evident today, where there was never a hint of panic. And to win the tight matches, you need composure, you need to be efficient, and Cork are ticking all those boxes. And the changes I think that John Myler and the management made as well, they've got to take credit for, because they got Damien Cahalane away from John Conlon. He put the shackles on Shane O'Donnell and kept him quiet for the rest of the game. He was substituted. David Reedy went in, and he was subsequently taken off. And the rest of the defence, I think, stood up and they raised their intensity levels and their work out the field, and that affected obviously the quality of ball that was going into Conlon and the inside Clare forward line. So Cork have conceded fewer goals than any other team in the championship, Dave, coming into today. Only Dublin have conceded less. They'd obviously not be happy with 3 this afternoon, but they're scoring and averaging 27 points. They hit 30 today, when you factor in, I suppose, the 2 goals they got. And if you score 30 points in this year's in the championship, Dave, it's going to take serious opposition to beat you. And they'll feel that, if Galway win in the Leinster final, as we expect they will, that then they can't meet them until the final. And we know Cork's record against Galway in All-Ireland finals. So, yeah, they're a serious side.